boxer. I want to train. I'm a boxer. I can show you I can fight. If you don't represent our prison, say that.
What if a prayer before dawn biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The film opens with a boxer named Bae, who fights in underground boxing rings in Thailand. Despite his talent, he never got the right platform to shine. Over time, he fell into bad company and became addicted to drugs. To sustain his addiction, he began selling drugs, which ultimately led to his arrest. When the police caught him, they found both drugs and guns in his possession, resulting in a lengthy prison sentence. Before being transferred to the prison, Bae was medically examined and briefed on the strict rules of prison life. Any violation of these rules would lead to severe punishment. The prison was a harsh and self-centered world where everyone looked out only for themselves. One day, while fetching water, Bae got caught in a scuffle with a gang. Although he wasn't at fault, the other prisoners blamed him when the guard arrived. As punishment, he was thrown into a tiny isolation cell, barely large enough to sit in. After enduring 3 days in the cramped cell, Bae was relocated to a new cell filled with hardened criminals. This group had formed a gang led by a man named Ken. When they asked Bae why he was in prison, he admitted it was for selling drugs. The gang mocked and taunted him. Later that night, Bae witnessed the gang torturing a newly arrived prisoner. Scared and threatened with a knife, he kept silent and went to bed, pretending nothing had happened. The next morning, he learned that the tortured prisoner had died. Racked with guilt and regret for not intervening, Bae blamed himself for the young prisoner's death. In his distressed state, Bae asked the prison warden for medicine, but was told he needed to pay with cash or cigarettes, a legal currency within the prison. Furious at the corruption, Bae snapped. He attacked the guards and even bit one of them in the throat. He was severely beaten and thrown into another cell, injured and shackled. In this new cell, he met a transgender inmate named Fame, who helped tend to his wounds, although Bae remained distant. Later, Bae approached Fame in the canteen, asking for 2 packs of cigarettes, promising to repay them soon. Fame hesitated, but eventually agreed. With the cigarettes, Bae bought cocaine from another inmate and got high. That same night, 3 prisoners were murdered. During the search, Bae was found intoxicated with drugs in his shirt pocket, the same type used in the murders. It seemed like he was being framed. Fortunately, the police eventually discovered that the drugs weren't his. Another prisoner had planted them to save himself. Not long after, a prison guard offered Bae more drugs to Bae. When Bae couldn't pay, the guard told him to kill someone in exchange. Reluctantly, Bae complied, attacking and nearly killing 2 Muslim chefs. The guard, pleased, rewarded him with more drugs, but this time Bae refused. He was overwhelmed with guilt for hurting innocent people. One night, in despair, he attempted suicide by cutting his wrists. He was saved just in time and diagnosed with severe mental stress. While recovering, Bae noticed inmates practicing boxing. He asked to join, but was rejected by the coach for not having money or cigarettes. Determined, he approached Smart Puff, a respected inmate, asking for a loan of cigarettes to start training. Smart Puff, seeing Bae's sincerity, lent him the cigarettes. Bae impressed everyone with his unique boxing style and dedication. Day by day, he trained harder and began winning respect. He also repaid Fame with cigarettes won in a prison game, and the two bonded. Fame revealed a tragic past, having killed his abusive father, who couldn't accept his identity. Bae shared that he, too, only had a father who didn't know he was in jail. This deepened their connection. Eventually, the long-awaited boxing competition arrived. Prisoners and high-ranking officers came to watch. Bae was matched against a strong opponent and took a serious beating, even losing part of his ear. Yet he didn't give up. As his opponent grew tired, Bae found an opening, landed a powerful punch, and won the fight. Everyone cheered, and the warden, impressed by his performance, moved him to a special cell for the boxing team. Bae was now selected to represent the prison in a national-level match. Life in the new cell was better, the food was decent, and his new cellmates were small-time offenders like him. Bae became friends with them and even got a tiger tattoo on his back, symbolizing strength for the upcoming fight. But trouble resurfaced when Ken's gang, angry over unpaid debts, cornered him. They threatened to infect him with HIV if he didn't win the next match. Distraught, Bae sought comfort from fame, but found him with other inmates, which shattered him emotionally. He turned to drugs again to escape the pain. The overdose caused internal bleeding and a hernia from heavy training. The doctor warned that continuing drugs or exercise could be fatal, but Bae was determined. He ignored the doctor's advice and kept training. The pain returned on the day of the national tournament, but he managed to enter the ring. The first round went well, but his condition worsened as the match continued. The opponent targeted his stomach, exploiting his weakness. Just when it seemed Bae would lose, he unleashed a powerful elbow strike to the opponent's throat, knocking him out and winning the match. As the crowd celebrated, Bae collapsed from his injuries. An ambulance rushed him to the hospital, where he remained unconscious for days. When he finally woke up, he noticed no guards were watching him. He quietly left the hospital and wandered the streets, tasting freedom after months. But soon, he realized this wasn't true freedom. Living as a fugitive wasn't what he wanted. So, he returned to the hospital. After recovering, he was taken back to prison. Back in jail, Bae received a surprise visit from his father, who had flown in from England. Their emotional reunion marked the end of his turbulent journey. The story concludes with a powerful message. This was based on the true story of Billy Moore, who spent 3 years in a Thai prison. His remaining sentence was eventually pardoned in 2010. After his release, Billy dedicated his life to helping drug addicts, and a novel was written about his life, which inspired this film. So, genius twist or total nonsense? Find out below. Down arrow, and if you spotted a detail we missed, drop it in the comments. Prove us wrong. Thanks for watching.